eyes of the world have been glued to the city of Haran for the past 2 months, following the outbreak of a previously unknown pathogen.
It is not yet clear what has caused this gruesome affliction. The local government's Ministry of Defense erected a quarantine wall shortly after the outbreak.
The global relief effort's steady stream of supply drops has sustained what few survivors remain in the city. The Ministry of Defense believes more radical action should be taken to stem the tide of this virus.
The question is, are there still non-infected survivors in the city as the GRE maintains? And if so, will the ministry still go through with a stated plan to annihilate the city in an attempt to wipe out the Haran virus once and for all?
Whether by way of the virus or the ministry's proposed plan, one thing is certain. Haran's days are numbered.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Dying Light. I decided, let's go ahead and play Dying Light. It's something I had thought about for a while, but hadn't figured out exactly how to do it. The reason that I did that way was so that we could see the intro video, because I thought it was important to kind of understand that before going into it. It gives you a little bit of background. I really like this game. I originally played it on the PlayStation 4 and then got it for the computer when it was on sale. And I like to think I'm rather good at it. I'm definitely not a pro at any game I ever play, but I'm definitely decent at it. Ryan, on the other hand, he got very, very angry at this game very quickly when we tried to play it together. So we're just going to play the campaign. This is an open world style game, like kind of like Skyrim or like what other open world kind of games? Breath of the Wild, Zelda. I mean, like open worldy quests kind of thing. Because of the nature of that, these videos may be excessive. Well, not excessively, maybe a little longer than my normal 30 minutes, just because, like, 30 minutes might not be enough time to get anything useful finished or helpful. So I'm just going to make sure that I at least get something worth showing when I play. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and play the campaign. As I said, I've played the game before, so I have like a way of I have a strategy. Loot is scarcer already. Yes. So we're gonna follow that. I'm also gonna play all the cutscenes as I do.
HUD activated. Commence briefing.
Approaching Haran.
Data on the subject, Kadir Suleiman, a local political figure hired to maintain order after the outbreak. His brother Hassan died in a disease-related incident before we were able to evacuate him. Suleiman blamed the GRE for Hassan's death. He stole a highly sensitive file which became his bargaining chip against the GRE, with instructions to publicize it if anything happened to him. Data on the subject. The stolen file.
Jump in 10 seconds.
It details the incomplete process of synthesizing a cure for the virus. If implemented in its current state, the produced substance may be extremely toxic.
Now.
Also, the file contains full description of the virion's structure. Any attempt to use it would result in countless lives lost. It must be recovered. Further information, current status. Suleiman sent the file to an associate unknown to us, with instructions to publicize it at his command at any time. To counter that, we instituted a citywide communication jam, preventing him from publicizing the file. Your GRE-issued radio can overcome that jamming. It is your lifeline. Do not lose it. Suleiman has since gone underground and begun using a different name. We have reason to believe he now leads one of the 2 main factions operating within the city. You are to find Suleiman and locate the stolen file. In in order to save mankind from a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
The drop does give you a kind of nice view of the city, even though, like, it's not super helpful. The city's not super hard to figure out, but it does take a little getting used to for the first time. That really shouldn't have hurt. We take way worse drops.
I told you
later.
that wasn't a normal drop shoot.
Break his legs, then take him to rides.
Back up! All of you!
Stop! Loud noises draw them. Fall back! Fall back!
You're in trouble.
Come on! We have to move!
Let's get him off the
Get the door open!
Tower, this is Jade. Get sickbay ready. Got a guy with a bad head wound and a bite on one arm.
Oh shit, Amir's hurt?
Amir is gone. But I'm bringing in someone who might still survive.
One of us?
We'll see.
That always sucks. Poor Amir. You learn more about him later, too, and it's like, man. Then I feel more like shit for the fact that he died saving your ass. See, but like with wait times like this, like that's why I'm like 30 minutes might not be long enough. Because you have to go through a lot of loading screens, even when there's not cutscenes.
Pinch him. You're scared. I'm not scared. Then pinch him. He blinked. What? He blinked again. What if he's a zombie? Ah! Zombie! Run!
Oh, the shrill laugh, or the shrill squeals of children.
You sleep for 3 days like a dead man, then scare children. Off to a great start, amigo.
Where am I?
In paradise.
Welcome
Can't
to
you see?
paradise.
Okay, enough joking around. Head to room 190. The boss will brief.
What do you mean 31?
Ask the boss.
Alright. So, for the first episode, we're gonna go ahead and go through basically the tutorial. Once we get, I'll probably record all the way.
31. That's your
Trying
number.
not to have this start yet.
Excuse me?
Your number. You're the 31st infected. I'm the 18th. Everything is counted here. 1 fewer doses of antizin. 1 more new infected. 1 more runner gone.
So I think this episode will just go through the tutorial, however long that takes, and then we'll continue on from there.
Because of this guy?
You can tell we're greatly liked already. There's I use a controller. I don't know what it is on the keyboard, but like A is your survival sense, which won't do us much good right away.
I'm looking for the boss. Is he in there?
Oh, you're 31.
It's funny, the first time I played this game, I didn't even talk to that guy. Ryan did it when he went and played, and I was like, oh, you know, I didn't even think about interacting with him.
Hey, I'm looking for the... Are you the boss?
What, am I too young? You got the problem with my age?
No, You wanted to talk to me?
That's better. Do you remember anything? Know what you are?
Yeah, I can see this is some kind of shelter.
We call it the Tower. Brecken and his runners put it all together a couple of months ago, and we've been here ever since. Hunting airdrops, scavenging, and rescuing people.
Yeah, I wanted to thank that girl.
Good, because if not for her, you'd already be chewing somebody's knee bone. Your Anderson was totally crushed, by the way. Only thing Jade could salvage was your radio.
Oh, great. So can I get that back, please?
Actually, I think I need it more than you do.
Believe me, pal, that's not the case.
Fine. Take it. You know my runners put their lives in danger for guys like you. So now you take the Anderson meant for someone else, and you won't even share your gear with us? I don't have time to deal with your bullshit. I've lost contact with one of our guys thanks to the fucked up radios we're stuck with. Do something for me, would you? I don't want to see you or your precious radio anymore, so go be useful somewhere else. We don't tolerate lazy assholes here in the tower.
Hey, be fair. I'm not lazy. I'm just, hey, boss.
Save it. That last guy I mentioned, he's only on the 13th floor, but he might as well be trapped in a mine cave-in. Come back later. And I'm not the boss. Too young, remember? I'm Rahim. Brecken's in charge here.
To be fair, you can't blame the way, like, he is, like, considering the situation.
I'm not lazy.
You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
It's a pretty rough time right now. Zombies and dead people. I mean... Let's go see if we can save that person on the 13th floor.
Where do you think you're going?
The 13th floor. I'm getting some stuff for Rahim.
13? Shit. It's gonna be some dirty work. But we all got to pull our weight around here, huh?
I actually like Rahim after we get done with this.
Jesus. How many people died
asshole
here?
Phase at the beginning here. Floor 13 is obviously where everyone goes to die when they start running out of Anderson. At least that's my own thought processing. You never come back here. It's the only time you're here.
Crane here.
Where were you? We've been waiting for your report. It's been over 70 hours.
I lost my radio for a while. Don't worry, the cover's intact. No contact with the tower's leader yet. Unable to confirm identity. I'm taking steps to blend in.
Acknowledged. Time is of the essence, Crane. Remember that.
There's one more thing. I got bitten. I've shown no symptoms, but the people here say I'm infected.
Then you'd better get your hands on some Anderson ASAP,
Help!
hadn't you?
Help! Somebody!
What the hell?
The only, like, I like the tutorial of this game, okay? It's not awful. The problem is, it's really slow. Like, I happen to know where some of the stuff is down here, because I've already been here. Like I said, you never come back to this location, so you should scan it pretty heavily if you plan. That's it. Don't even have to use the weapon on the first zombie.
I cut my arm, getting away from him. Oh, God. You had to kill him, didn't you? God damn it! That was my brother. I came down to see him and...
Easy. It's all right now. I'll get help.
So that's why I'm, like,
Rahim, this
sure
is Crane.
people
I'm down here on
come
13.
down here to die. So.
Listen, this guy of yours got fucked up pretty bad getting away from a zombie.
Oh shit. 31? You went after Mark? Is it safe down there?
Yeah, it's safe enough now.
Okay, don't move. I'm sending Lena downstairs.
Hey, hold still. Lena will be here any minute.
Gauze. You've got to find some gauze. Oh, and alcohol. Combine them. That will stop the bleeding. Please hurry.
I try to stay calm, okay? I'll be right back.
Well, he's not completely wrong in the fact that gauze and alcohol will help. I doubt, like, serious bleeding like that, this would be very helpful. But gauze and alcohol teaches you how to make a medkit. See, I bet, I mean, seriously, if you knew you were gonna die, I mean, would you jump? Or do you think they just throw the bodies down? It's all a very gruesome game, by the way, so in case you didn't figure that out, it's a zombie game, I mean, but it's a very gruesome, gets worse as the game goes on, kind of like sorrowy kind of game. The story is really cool, in my opinion. I like the game. The mechanics are nice. It's different. I've never seen a game like it, but it's definitely not a happy-go-lucky zombie game.
Okay, I think
even
that's
reflected
everything
in the ending.
Let's give this
it's
a
not
shot.
a happy-go-lucky zombie game. So, but and then blueprints, med pill.
Okay, who's hurt?
He's bleeding pretty bad.
Let me
It wouldn't
see
have
him.
helped in the like half a second it took her to get her
Goes
there,
in alcohol.
but whatever.
Pretty primitive, but it'll work. Thanks for the help. I'll take care of him from here.
Well done,
Hold on.
31.
Hey, 31. Not bad for a new guy. Perhaps I misjudged you.
I just want to help out and repay you guys for what you did for me.
Well, good. Come find me, and we'll talk about how you can do that.
Back upstairs. Oh, whoops, forgot about that.
All right, taken care of. Piece of cake. What else you got for me?
Well, let me think.
Rahim, you are just smart enough to be dangerous, you know that? Omar told me about your plans for the nest. Explosive charges? Really?
What? Explosives?
Oh,
I never
please.
said that.
You can't tell a convincing lie to save your life.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah? You think you can't die?
You're not my mom.
No, I'm not. Our mom's dead. So you might want to be a little nicer to me since I'm the only family you have left. Especially now that Amir is gone.
You're Jade, right?
Right.
I just wanted to thank you for what you did for me and tell you how sorry I am for your loss. I owe you and Amir my life.
Yeah, you do. You want to return the favor? Keep my dipshit brother from killing himself. No explosives, Rahim.
Well, doesn't that sound like a sibling kind of affection?
So,
is that enough? Do I get to talk to Brecken now?
first, go change your clothes. I left some new ones for you in your room. You're in 194.
Something wrong with what I'm wearing?
You need something that fits the job Brecken wants you to do. Call me when you've changed.
Remember, kids, aim for the head. Okay. If you, like, sprint and open a door, it slams it open, which is great when you're running from zombies, but in here it's not. It's a little overkill. Oops, whoops, I forgot. It's the other way around.
Okay, Rahim, I'm ready. Where do I find Brecken?
Not so fast, 31. If you're going to earn your keep, we have to find out if you've got the skills. So get your ass up to the gym. It's on the top floor. Just a couple flights up.
Welcome to the roof.
Rahim, I don't see you. Where are you?
goes.
Over here.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get over here.
So the game focuses heavily on parkour more than on like the fighting of zombies. As we saw in the intro scene, weapons of like guns and stuff, noise in general, attract zombies. So your main defense is your ability to climb and evade them more than your ability to fight them. Don't get me wrong, you can kill them with like melee weapons pretty easily, or a bow. You can even use guns, but you have to be ready for a fight. So parkour, key thing. That's what I like. It's very interesting.
Welcome to our gym. First things first, you've got to learn how to run.
What do you mean, learn how to run?
Just do what I say, alright? Now, jump down to the very bottom.
P.S. Don't do this. You probably would not live. Actually, I'm 90% sure
nuts?
you would.
I'd kill myself.
Don't be a wimp.
That's how you get over everything.
Come on, you can't be serious.
Watch this.
Raheem!
My leg!
Jesus, don't move! I'll get help!
Ha! I was just fucking with you.
Son of a bitch!
What? You can't take a joke? Come on! Get your ass down here!
Christ on
This just teaches you that the blue bags, if you see piles of blue bags, you can jump from high heights and take no fall damage. Kind of like the leap of faith of Assassin's Creed.
Holy shit!
It's a rush, isn't it? But don't blow your load just yet. There's more. To survive outside, you got to take advantage of the terrain. Most eaters suck at climbing, so the harder the terrain is, the better for you. I've got some typical situations set up for you. Let's see how you handle them.
Sometimes it's better to crawl through the low, narrow passages. Eaters will have a tough time following you.
The only type of biters, zombies that can really follow you through parkouring is volatiles, and they'll follow you relentlessly regardless of where you go. So you gotta like either kill them or trick them into like traps. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Even though I just went through a beam, which makes no sense, but...
Alright, get up on that scaffold, and don't fall, because
Yeah,
there's
that was
sure
a
as hell
fail.
ain't no net.
I struggled with this part of the tutorial the most, is like the elevator shaft. Now I can do it, but...
That's my favorite. Cat grab and muscle up. You won't survive outside for 10 minutes.
And this one. Like, when I tried to jump sideways, it didn't work. You have to, like, point and jump to get farther distance. I don't know why that works that way, but it does. That took a long time for me to figure out, too.
Good job. Okay, time for the real test. Get back to the crane. Make use of anything and everything while you run. Okay, that's enough. You've got some serious natural talent, man. Either that...
You've done this before?
You've done this before. You've done this before?
Hardly. Closest I ever came to this was running track in high school.
Well, then you're a fucking prodigy. Never seen anything like it.
What's happening to me? Shit. Oh, shit.
These are some of the hardest parts in the game, because, like, the inability to see really messes with you.
Raheem, what just happened to me?
Oh shit. I bet you're having your first seizure. Just get back over here.
Plus, you have no energy when you have one of those. So you can't attack, you can't run. Luckily, it's all story-driven, so those don't just, like, happen. Those don't, like, happen while you're out in the world, like in Far Cry 3, I think. but it's definitely interesting.
Raheem, what the fuck was that? Does this mean I'm turning?
Most likely no. At least not yet. Caesars reminds you that you're infected. You better go see Dr. Zera though. He'll check you out, probably give you a shot of antizin. Before you head out to see Zera, talk to the quartermaster. He'll gear you up so you can go outside without getting your
Good,
head
because
bitten
I
off.
kind of don't want to do that. Alright, so we're going to go talk to the doctors at... actually, we're still on time, it looks like. I'm actually shocked. I really thought we were going to be running late. So, we'll see how far. The tutorial should take us to talking to Spike. So we can talk to Spike and do his mission and be done. That'll probably put us a little bit over time, but then we can get out into the real world after that.
Giving me an actual job, and nobody suspects I'm not who I say I am. So far, so good. And once Dr. Zera helps me manage these symptoms I'm dealing with, I'll be even
What I
better.
think is funny about him saying that is, he's saying he is Kyle Crane, who he is. You know, nobody's asked, like, where'd you come from, how'd you get into the city. He's never had to answer any of those questions. Throughout the game, there's these notes. There's not another one, I don't think. No, there is. It's over here. Notes and battle journal. There's lots of collectibles in this game, as open world games are. So...
Oh, you're the new scout. Raheem radioed me about you.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you survive a few days, but here, this is for you. By the way, word around the tower is you're just another deadbeat in line for food or antizin. By which I mean, the people here don't much like you, but don't blame them. It's easy to get paranoid when you're isolated. And since somebody's jamming communications to the outside, there's plenty of paranoia to go around. Whole damn city with nobody to call for help but ourselves. You bring me some supplies from the airdrops, though, and you'll see people change their tunes in a hurry. That shit's a game changer.
Thanks. I'll bear that in mind. Listen, is there anything else? I'm in a bit of a rush.
Also, if you're looking to get more popular, you can try helping folks. Do a few favors, they might like you more. Might even find a woman. Keep you warm at night.
See, I like the quartermaster. He doesn't talk very often, here and there, but he really does kind of just say it as it is, you know. And they restock every day, okay, in the game, so which is good because they give you some useful stuff. Like he gave me a lockpick. I don't know if he gave me another med kit or not. So the way the inventory works is a little weird. You got 4 slots for weapons, 4 slots for equipment, and these do not take up backpack space, which is nice. You only get, I got 4 slots for backpack. You can, once we start getting into skills, one of these is backpacks. Yeah, backpacks, you gain 4 new slots and then gain 6 more slots, so you really get a nice backpack by the end of that. Weapons, I'll have to show you when we get outside because it won't let me equip them right now. So it's funny because you can't interact with him and say like, yeah, open the door for me. But if you go to open the door, he's like... It's like, why didn't he just be like, alright, before you tried to reach for it?
We've lost too many already.
I don't understand, but whatever. So...
Okay, noob. We've got Dr. Zera set up in a semi-trailer on a fenced-in playing court. When you leave the tower, hang a left and head due south. You can't miss it.
It's Crane, kid.
Alright. Crane. Just keep moving. There's no time to take in the
so...
sights. And try not to make too much noise. Sound attracts those
yeah, we
fuckers.
learned that already. So, holding on the D-pad, holding right, lets you select your 4 weapons. And they have different stats. 24 damage, 19 damage, 20 HP, 30 HP, 25. I'll use this one just because it's the lowest, and right now nothing's strong. If you hold left on the D-pad, that's your equipment. Obviously, I have no equipment right now. Like if I press A, oh, maybe that doesn't work. I'm playing in hard mode, so it may not show that, but it's supposed to show like a little diamond. If there's like something to do, interact with. I have my own game I'm playing right now, and I'm playing hardcore, which is very interesting, because like everything takes stamina, including like your special attacks later, and like you have no survivor sense, which I like the survivor sense, which sucks. Not that it's like uber helpful, but my biggest thing is zombies can like track you on top of buildings, whereas in like normal and I don't know, I have not played hard. I went from normal to playing hardcore because that's how I felt about my ability to play. And you know what? Haven't died in hardcore yet, so I'm already on mission 6. So. Alright, let's move on. Wasn't that exciting? Oh, sound would attract them, except I'm too early in the game for that to be a problem. If that makes sense. Like, it hasn't unlocked that. Wait.
Doctor? Hello? Anybody there?
Camden, are you there?
So I'm supposed to get a vaccine?
What? No. Suppressant. It's called antizin. Suppresses the symptoms. Here, sit. Antizin postpones the inevitable. Best the GRE could do.
Inevitable? So there's no cure?
It's a variation of rabies. There's no cure right now. But you see, I've been running tests on both antizin and infected tissue. A cure is possible. Definitely possible.
Oh shit, you really think you can figure it out?
With Dr. Camden's help, yes. I think so. Now where did I put that injector?
Who's Dr. Camden?
A colleague trapped in Sector 0, where the outbreak first, well, broke out. We've been collaborating via radio, though we would have made more progress if the connection were better. Also, if my earlier experiments had borne fruit. I tried injecting recombined versions of the virus into chunks of meat and leaving them around the city, hoping some of the infected would eat them so I could observe and document the results.
But they didn't?
It bore no fruit. I'm ashamed that I wasted so much time on it. No reason to hold any antizin in reserve now. In any case, all right, I'm quite busy, so on your way now. What was I doing?
What was I doing? So that's Dr. Zara. I like him. He seems like a scatterbrain doctor, but he's great. So, I think that
Zara checked me out and gave me another shot.
That's the end of this, and we will be back next time. We'll go talk to Spike. And start a new mission with him.
So, time for a real trial.
As soon as Raheem finishes talking to me.
He's got the first real job for you.
So, we'll go talk to Spike after this and get the first real mission. Alright? Till then, see you guys next time.